Hello and welcome back. I just realized I am really cutting it close with this event. So let's just jump right in. Alright. I have to fight berserkers, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go. Yep. Come on. My motion sensors have detected something. So they're finally here, it seems. Cursor, the master of Chaldea, as well as Shaita? Yeah, I looked it up, and I guess that's how it's pronounced, roughly. Not how I would have guessed, but... As well as Chaita's former ruler, and Osaka Behime. I know to treat Elizabeth and Osaka Behime as the trivial threats they are, but the master is another matter. I still haven't observed him enough to know what his alignment is. I think we're like lawful good. It would be foolish to attempt to assess an opponent without information. I should at least have a brief conversation with him before we fight. Imagine me speaking with a commoner as equals. Certainly Elizabeth would never have done that in life. Well, I suppose I can play that part by ear. I am an expert at the hands-on approach, after all. But responding improperly would be highly unbecoming for a ruler. I should at least practice my speech. First of all, I commend you for making it this far. Welcome. You must be tired. Perhaps some tea? Would you prefer bread or chicken for dinner? Whichever you choose, know that I will still burn both you and your meal to ash. That's a bit muddled, isn't it? Definitely lacking in impact. Hahaha, you guys actually came. You've got promise making your way through my castle. Perhaps you'd like work as a butler? No, that's not right either. I may be in dire need of good help, but I can't let them know that. God, doing this voice hurts my throat. Maybe I should take a page from Elizabeth's book, if I were that dumb lizard. Welcome to the best seats in the house. You just couldn't wait to see me, could you, puppy? Tonight's gonna be a real special night, so I want to see you smile nice and wide. Ah, she blushes! No, that's not it either. Not to mention talking like that is practically melting down my core. I never imagined it could be so hard to just properly greet a commoner. There we go. I'm picking up Mecha-Ellie-chan's signal. It looks like this will be the final battle. Still, I feel like we have a lot of loose ends that need tying up. For example, we never found out who Mecha-Ellie-chan really is. What is she anyway? That's what I want to know! I know I've split up into different versions before, but I'm pretty sure I'd remember turning into a mecha. I don't know, she seems more like a Robo-Elizabeth than a mecha to me. Well, she isn't. If there's one thing I'm definitely not, it's a laborer. Huh? The word robot comes from a play called... The word robot comes from a play called Rossum's Universal Robots, written by Karel Čapek, a Czechoslovakian novelist. It has all kinds of uses today, so people tend to forget its original meaning. Originally, the word meant forced labor. I believe that is what Elizabeth was referring to. Damn, you serious? Didn't really figure you for much of a reader there, Dragon Girl. Of course I am. I'm the daughter of a baron. I must have spent half my waking hours poring over books. My natural curiosity didn't die just because I became a heroic spirit. Why do you think I get so many headaches? I see, so that's how you learned what an idol is. It's all starting to make sense. That's right, I can't remember why I originally thought to become an idol. I haven't played CCC, so I don't know. But I do know that a job whose sole purpose was to bask in the love and adoration of people everywhere never existed in my own time. It's no exaggeration to say that learning about idols saved my life. Once I did, I knew that was my calling. I really believe it's the greatest job in existence, one that's worth clawing my way to the top for. Which is why it's so strange. As a heroic spirit, I'm not restricted to just being a high-ranking lady anymore. I still am one, of course, but I'm also my people's idol, here to bring joy to their lives. Otherwise, I couldn't even manifest in this form. But Mecha Ellie-chan's more, well... she's more me. I mean, the me I used to be. More innocent, back when all I knew was obligation and duty. But in that case, she should look like Carmilla, not me. Then she'd be Carmilla, which sounds way better. I suppose it would be cruel to point out how Carmilla is nothing more than one of her alter egos. So given that, I'm betting whatever brought her here has nothing to do with me, but with Himeji Castle. Did you do something, Batty? No, I haven't done anything yet. I mean, technically, it wasn't even my fault that Himeji Castle started moving in the first place. Mash? Puppy looks like he's kind of terrified of Batty right now. What's wrong, Master? Your eyes are incredibly red. Sorry to interrupt your chat, girls, but we're just about there. I still have a ton of questions, but I guess they'll have to wait until after the final battle. Let's make sure we put on an awesome finale. What? This is the famous Himeji Castle? When did she redecorate it so horribly? Mecha Ellie-chan is heading your way at high speed. Allow me to answer. That mural masterpiece is my own creation. I inkjet printed it using previous Halloween records for reference. Subject matter aside, I think it turned out to be quite a lovely work of art, don't you? Yeah, I like it. What's more, these folding screens serve as both record and evidence. They are an epic poem that tells everyone who visits the story of Chaita Halloween. Evidence? Evidence of what, exactly? Isn't it obvious? Are you completely lacking in artistic sensibilities? Are those tattoos just for decoration? This is a history of the prior ruler's myriad missteps. All who see it will reach the same inevitable conclusion. Elizabeth Bathory is unfit to be Chaito's ruler. Hey! Well, you know... It's too batty! Naturally, Carmilla is no different. Her foolishness also knows no bounds, drinking the blood of her people and fellow nobles in a misguided attempt to stay young. So it is up to me to keep Chaita safe. As such, I have no choice but to put all rebellious wrongdoers, dissidents, and other similar cretins to work. It may be a bit dystopian, but it's a necessary sacrifice to be made for the sake of my people. Aha! So those are your true colors. A machine rebellion! First everyone gets a cell phone, then their OSs start rising up against us! I knew that was your diabolical scheme! You want to take over the Sekai! Say what you will, securing a stable food supply is the first order of business. Civilization inevitably declines if everyone pursues nothing but hedonistic pleasures. Fiefs raise children, lords raise land. You think you deserve to be handed everything on a silver platter just because you're a princess. That sort of negligence has no place in my Chaita. Now then, I believe the time is right. Ahem. These folding screens are the answer to everything. They show why I am right and stand in testament to my unrivaled beauty. but none of you have any future whatsoever. Why, you ask? Because I am about to erase you from existence. None without wings can survive at this altitude. The sky belongs to me, and me alone. If you would lament your fates, curse yourselves for letting this idiotic ordeal escalate so far. As the Steel Demoness, I shall sentence traitors to feel the burn of my flame breath, and castle climbers to taste the spiciness of my missiles. As Chaita's rightful ruler, I will purge you all. Yeah, she's been practicing that in front of a mirror. So that was her catchphrase. Ah! Ah? You thought that up ahead of time, didn't you? I can tell. I never know what to do about my catchphrase. But it's always the more general expressions that end up being the coolest. Maybe I just don't have enough spirit? Since you're a mecha and all, you should have a lot more mecha-themed expressions on hand. Something like prepare to be elite deleted or something. Or first you're welcome, now you're well done. I mean, come on, you're Mecha Ellie-chan. You should have that techno stuff down pat. Not a lot of lyrics in techno, Ellie. You have the worst sensibilities imaginable. Stop that. How you ever thought you could be an idol with lyrics like that is utterly beyond me. I see now that merely arresting you and forcing you into hard labor is insufficient. So I'll kill you. I'll wipe you from existence. I, Mecha Ellie-chan, will not stop until there's not so much as an atom of you remaining, Elizabeth Bathory. Hey, what the heck, girl? I've been a boss fight before myself, so I was just giving you some advice. You really have no idea how other people... Mecha Ellie-chan feels, do you, LL? I think it may be more accurate to say that she herself has no idea who she is. Alright, here we go. I am thirsty. Is this actually, like, near the end already? I don't know how many chapters this event actually has. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, battle starting. Never mind. No, I'll look it up while I'm here. Okay, no, it's nowhere near the end yet. Jesus. 15 sections. Plus an extra. Hope I can get through all that in time. Okay. Yeah, let's use him again. Okay. There, that should do it. Gotcha. Can we get past her? You bet we can, one way or another. Reevaluating enemy forces. Mortal danger confirmed. Changing mode to anti-army. Overriding acquired targets to humanoid life forms. Authorization denied. Authorization denied. Authorization granted. Unlocking personal anti-army noble phantasm. Breast Zero Erzabet. Why did they name it that? Be careful, everyone. I'm detecting a powerful heat signature building in Mecha Ellie-chan. She's about to hit you with everything she has. Make sure you beat her to the punch. Yamate, stop! You'll destroy my castle! That is truly unfortunate. I have only one thing to say to that. My sincere apologies. Are you up to date on your fire insurance? I don't even have fire insurance, you little arsonist! Wow, I bet this building would burn really nicely since it's all made of wood. Wait, no! Batty and I may have only just met, but I can't let her suffer the pain of seeing her castle go up in flames. I still don't know why you're me, but since you are, it's my job to stop you. Bring it, Mecha Ellie-chan. Ellie versus Mecha Ellie. I'll show you that my singing can beat your thruster nozzles any day of the week. Thank God this part is short. You need to drink more water. Ooh, now she's got 2 bars. Alright. Really though, why is she a berserker here? She's supposed to be an alter ego. Nice. Not bad, not bad at all. Good job, Liz. How do you like this? Combat systems inoperable. Retreat impossible. Communications incapacitated. Hard as it is to believe, it seems I have lost. Still, this too shall pass. Such things are part and parcel with being a ruler. Attention, my knights. The Chaita Hard Labor Project is cancelled. As of now. Did we beat her? Looks like it. Is Mecha Ellie-chan gonna be okay? She's not quite a mecha or a servant, so it's hard to get a good read on her from here, but it looks like she's just been incapacitated. Her spirit origin hasn't disappeared. Ah, thank goodness. Now I don't have to feel bad about involving her in this. Ugh, I really hate being so timid. I'm kinda a failure, you know? Batty? Oh, right. I'm off to my room. LL, Tattoo-san, maybe you should stay here and keep an eye on Mecha Ellie-chan. Come on, Master, I'll let you see my secret. Hey, I want to see it too. You haven't once showed me since our castles got smushed together. Huh? Well... Okay, I'll let you see it too. Let's all go together then. Okay? There it is again. The bean. Lesbianism. Why are the options exactly the same? What the actual hell? Wait a minute, what else is in here? Siegfried and Kojiro poster. Faux plushie. I'm seeing figures of... I'm not sure who those two on the far left are, but then Kiyohime, Tamamo, Tamacat. Kogil pillow. Summer Marie on the screen there. Osaka, no, not Osaka Behime, that's who this room belongs to. Ushiwakamaru, Skahak. Jesus. Wish that was my room. Okay. What the actual hell? I'm home! Finally! Oh, my sanctuary, how I've missed you. Computer, check. Books, check. All collectibles present and accounted for. Yes, yes, yes. Everything's perfect. Now I get why you were so secretive. Master, this room is giving me a strong sense of deja vu. This must be exactly the sort of room Blackbeard and others like him have. Ugh. No. No. I mean, yes, but no. Don't compare me to him. So, looks like we've got an early naughties otaku room on our hands. She and Blackbeard would probably get along famously. No! No! He's gross. I mean, you've seen all the stuff he's done with his room. Please stop talking about him. I see. So this is what she wanted to come back to. I'm guessing it's like me in my workshop. I just don't feel like I'm like myself when I'm not there. Sanctuary is actually not a bad way to put it, even if it's pretty far from most people's idea of one. So it's not that she was plotting something so much as she just wanted to hurry up and get back here? Looks that way, but of course this raises its own questions. Mostly about how the hell the top floor of Himeji Castle's tower ended up looking like this. Yeah, where is she getting all this fake Grand Order merch? Let's boot it up. Okay, so far so good. Wow, I got a ton of messages while I was away. I'm amazed you can stand to be in this room. It's so messy in here. Not to mention it's kind of small. That's the best part. I bet you keep your room pretty sparse, don't you, Master? Kind of minimalist, only holding on to the bare essentials, that sort of thing? No. I mean, I'm sitting like less than 2 feet away from a corkboard covered in anime merch, so... That's the kind of room where you like to relax and make out with servants, right? Why, yes, Master. I'm curious about that as well. Ash, no. Trust me, it's not all fun and games. Really? Oh, right. I guess that makes sense with servants like Kiyoyo around. Now, doko did I put that? It's gotta be around here somewhere since Mecha Ellie-chan didn't have it. Osaka Behime? This reading, it can't be. Aha! Found it! That's a grail. A holy grail? You have a holy grail, Osakabe Hime? Sure do. You probably all figured that out already, so I may as well tell you. This holy grail is all mine, though I just happened to acquire it by sheer luck. There's a lot that doesn't add up about that, but I guess the more important question is, what did you wish for? Well, this is me we're talking about, so I wish that I could hole up inside it. Hole up? You mean like a shut-in? Now that you mention it, I do recall you having a reputation as a shut-in among the Eastern heroic spirits. I do? Why? Tamamo and Kiyohime weren't exactly shy about sharing that, so pretty much all of Caldea's servants know. So mean! I still don't understand. If you wanted to hole up in a holy grail, why did you end up here in Jaita? Oh, that? That's because Jaita is the best place in the world to hole up in. It is? I would have thought the exact opposite myself. That's only because LL's here. But what if she wasn't? Well, since this year's Halloween preparations are all done, I imagine Halloween would begin without a hitch. And the singularity would quickly go away, since it would no longer be able to maintain itself. Right you are! I knew you'd figure it out, Mash! Now, what would the people of Chaita be doing during Halloween? Well, naturally, they'd be enjoying it. It's a special celebration that makes for a nice break from their usual busy routines, after all. Now, this last question is for Master. What would happen if Halloween never ended? A never-ending Halloween? That's right, the celebration would just keep going. Then there'd be no more jobs, no more deadlines, nothing. I could shut myself in forever and ever. Huh? Hang on, let me make sure I've got this straight. You used an actual holy grail just so you could shut yourself in your room and never have to work forever? That sounds like a pretty sick deal. Batty, seriously? That's right. All I wanted was to have my little safe space forever and ever. All these books and electronics might look pitiful to you, but to me, they're everything. I'm nothing like you, Elizabeth. You hated being confined. Every fiber of your being rejected being ignored. I'm sure your living self must have been despondent when she died. But me, I found confinement comforting. It's not like they confined me against my will. I chose to be locked up. That's just what it looked like from the outside. I'm a castle apparition, remember? I literally can't survive if I'm not inside a castle. That's just how I am. But now that I'm a servant, they say I have to go out into the outside world. That's terrifying. No matter how hard I tried, I could never shake my fear of it. You've never had to worry about that sort of thing, LL. You're always bright and cheerful. Tamamo talks a good game, but she's just fooling herself. But you genuinely love to fight, LL. You're my exact opposite in so many ways. Well, I do enjoy a good fight. But everyone's got things they're good at and things they're not, right? Hell, that's where the whole strategic aspect of Holy Grail Wars comes into play. That's true, isn't it? Anyway, I'll admit I'm a little bit scared of what I'm about to do, but... This rumbling... Master, I'm picking up a signal coming from underneath Castle Chaita. It's a No, it's too big to be a servant. Batty! Now, true guardian that sleeps beneath Chaita, with the power of this holy grail, I command you to rise. Master, take a look outside. So it's gotta be Mark II. Doing all these high voices really kills me. Boing, boing. Okay, now we're going up against an alter ego. Lizzie, your turn. Big. Speechless. Yo, Master, what the hell's going on? What's a giant mechanical little girl doing outside? Oh, right, she's not really little anymore, is she? So just plain old giant mechanical dragon girl, then? Ah, what the shit, man? Who comes up with this stuff? We did tell you to roll with it. What about Mecha Ellie-chan? Still knocked out cold. Can't say I was paying attention to her after whatever this is started up, though. I think we might have had the wrong idea. Maybe Mecha Ellie-chan was here to repair the singularity, and Osakabe Hime was actually its source. No, you're wrong there. If we hadn't stopped her, Mecha Ellie-chan would have gone all tween novel dystopia on Chaita, and nobody wants that. True, for a supposed guardian, her power trip didn't really paint her in the best light. So does this mean that giant Mecha Ellie-chan outside is Chaita's true guardian, then? Yep, that's the real one. The one we beat is more like the prototype? A prototype, huh? That would mean somebody designed all this. The question is, who? Oh, some middle-aged guy with a pretty epic mustache taught me how to do it. Even lent me a book. Modifying the Guardian of Chaita for Dummies. Coffin Archer! He's not middle-aged, he's old. I ordered all the parts from Amazoness.com and modified her as best as I could, but I guess I messed up somewhere. Since I couldn't control either the Guardian or the prototype. But that problem will soon be solved. Batty, please stop this. If you don't, I'll have no choice but to turn the business end of my mic on you. You think I don't know that? I've been ready for that since the beginning. But with the Holy Grail's power, I can also summon a next-generation unit. Come on up, Mark II! I'm picking up another servant reading from under Chaita. It's speeding towards you as we speak. What'd you just do? You know how I said the other Mecha Ellie-chan was a prototype? I've got a production unit ready to go. You called, Princess? This is the Mecha Ellie-chan I was able to successfully control. Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II. Mark II? Senpai, your brainwaves are showing that you are in a statement of extreme excitement. Is it the Mark II? It is, isn't it? Honestly, the fact that I kinda get what all the fuss is about makes me wonder if the knowledge we get when we're summoned is entirely a good thing. Do you have an order for me, Princess? I'm a busy mecha. Since you have the Holy Grail, I'd like to get this over with as soon as possible. Yes, I want you to provide me with perpetual security so I can laze around here forever. NEET. So give all these people the boot so I can get to it. Oh, also... You don't have to say anything else, Princess. We are of the same mind, after all. Daddy! Sorry, Aloe, but this is happening. Man, I figured she was up to something, but I really didn't figure her for the one behind everything. Get back, Master. I'll kick her ass and snap her out of this. You're not very smart, are you? It was your ass that is going to get kicked. Yeah, that's why I didn't bring you. If you haven't figured out how much stronger I am, then I'll just beat you into a red smear on the ground until it's painfully clear. I'm not like the prototype. I don't care about dumb stuff like being a perfect ruler. In fact, the 2 in my unit designation means twice as cruel. It looks like you're going to have to fight again. Please be careful, Master. Ah, wait, hold on, not in here! Whatever you do, don't fight in here! Ah, you're far too materialistic, Princess. Oh well, I suppose it would be more trouble to compensate you than it would to comply. Will you all mind terribly if we took this outside? While we are different versions, I share in Mark 1's humiliation. I will see to it that I succeed where she failed so embarrassingly. Man, the Oniland story is going to be hard on me too. Shuten's voice probably not terribly difficult, but... Ibaraki and Sitonai. Ugh. Oh shit. Stop that! Stop it! Leave her alone! Crap. I didn't bring a better mystic code. Okay, we have another chasm available, but considering how close she is to her break. Let's try to just get her down first. I don't know if I'll even have to keep doing it after the break. Nope. We don't have a chance. What was with that backup? That's cheating! Losers always whine about cheating and things being unfair. It is music to my audio receptors. But all things in moderation. At any rate, now that you realize you're outmatched, I suggest you hightail it back to Chaldea. Except you, Elizabeth Bathory. I have special plans for you. Special plans? Please don't hurt her too much. Wait, don't tell me I'm in danger of... I don't like this. Liz, you're 14. What? Chigao! Elizabeth, whenever you talk, I can actually feel the universe around us groan. I can't stand it. Perhaps this will shut you up. Okay, everyone, I think it's time you all left my castle, too. From here on out, laziness is the order of the day in Chaita Pyramid Himeji Castle. Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II, kick them out of here. I get it. I was in the middle of polishing myself when all this went down anyway. Shh. Come on, Master, we're getting out of here. I promise we'll come back for you. So we should probably figure out what to do about her before we get out of here. We save her, of course. So you want me to carry both you and this heavy lump of metal on my back? I know it's asking a lot, but yes. Just kidding. I was actually thinking the same thing. I guess great minds really do think alike. Let go of me. I have to stop Osaka Behime. Just hurry up and come with us. Well, we made it back down. It doesn't seem as though the giant Mecha Ellie-chan's sensors have noticed you. It looks like you managed to escape. That's all well and good, but what do we do about the giant mechanical dragon girl now? True. I'm afraid I don't have any ideas on that myself. I don't know if we can win this one. Huh. Even you're feeling like giving up on this one, huh, Master? I'm afraid so. Our Master has never been one to back down no matter what sort of enemy we face, but this time we're up against a giant mecha made out of a super alloy who's also Elizabeth. Okay, but guys, we took down Gedia. If only she wasn't Ellie. That's the part you're worried about? Yeah, I love Ellie. Excuse me. Can I ask you something? Why did you save me? I thought we were enemies. Things got a little complicated while you were out or off or rebooting or whatever. In fact, let me make sure of something. Are you, in fact, a terminal for the Guardian of Chaita? Yes, I am. I'm made of parts that Osaka Behime ordered online, and the vestiges of Elizabeth's heroic spirit here in Chaita. I established my servant spirit origin through what are commonly known as Elisa porticles. I see. So that's... awesome, another made-up particle! Oh yeah, there was one in the Gouda Gouda events too, wasn't there? Elisa particles, huh? So I guess the fact that Chaita's seen a lot of weird stuff these past 2 years thanks to the Holy Grail is what caused all this? I believe so. Thanks to Elizabeth fusing, splitting, and changing her spirit origin into a caster and saber, her magical energy started to leak, and resulted in the creation of the Guardian's prototype, or so I believe. I see. Now that I'm able to analyze you more thoroughly, I am picking up a few heroic spirit traces. A bit of element Ellie-chan, if you will. In other words, this singularity occurred by virtue of it being Halloween, along with Osaka Behime's scheming. And in the endless live concerts that have been going on the past 2 years as well. And I guess a whole bunch of crazy crap is going down. Da Vinci, I think your IQ just went down several, dozen points. That's because it's Halloween! She doesn't even care! Boy, this is really something. These hilarious events are sure to, not go down in history. I'm afraid there's nothing hilarious about them. We need to rescue Elizabeth and fix this singularity immediately. I know, I get it, but... I understand your despair. If I were in your position, I would put myself into sleep mode and set it using 100-year increments. However, don't you have an obligation to fight? Don't you have things you want to protect? Mecha Ellie-chan? Huh? Why are you scolding us? I'm telling you to shape up already! You're the master and servant who managed to defeat me, aren't you? Listen up. Those girls are hopeless. It was your kindness and naivety that spoiled Elizabeth like that, Cursor. And you also have a responsibility to protect this land after it almost self-destructed twice. You can't just throw up your hands and say, well, this one's just too tough now that you've come this far. Yeah, that was probably a little on the mean side, but you're right. However, the fact remains that we don't really have any way of fighting back. And as Chaldea's acting director, I can't allow you to proceed with a mission that's guaranteed to fail. I'm the one who maxed out our brave form. Senpai? So, all you're lacking is a strategy to fight back. In that case, I have a suggestion. Cursor, you rescued me purely out of kindness. As such, I will return the favor in the same way. Cursor, I hereby accept you as a Steel Demoness Mecha Ellie-chan pilot candidate. What's that? This is an incredible honor a peon like you doesn't deserve. Yes, I know, but you can freak out about your good fortune on your own time. If you are prepared to continue fighting, then I will follow your commands as your servant. Together, we will take on Castle Chaita, Halloween, that degenerate Osaka Behime, and that Mark II unit, and see to it that they are completely reformed. Thanks for snapping me out of it, Mecha Ellie-chan. That's more like it. As I thought, mechas and hot-blooded protagonists truly do make a great team. Now, our next move should be to plan our operation. If you don't mind a short wait, a delivery should be arriving in a moment. Delivery? And we're back to the bottom. Boing.
チェイテ復興のため私も出費は惜しみません。欲しいものは ありますか？こちらはとてもレアな品物です。ありがたく使うように。
Alright, let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut it off here for now. Might do a little bit of off-screen grinding. Nothing story-related, ideally. Just wanna get through some of those missions. So, yeah, I will see you next time.